Hello and welcome back to part 2. I am doing this directly after part 1, so if you haven't seen that, I suggest you go and watch part 1. And if you have, well, welcome back, and I guess we can keep on going. We're just going to go right into it and start with Ghost 9. They do have one song that is, if I ever did like my top 100 boy group songs of all time, I think they would actually have at least one in there, and it would be Control. I'm sorry, my obsession with Control is unhealthy, and I know it's one of their, or probably their least popular song, and I'm mad. I am so mad at how little acknowledgement Control got when it's, in my opinion, by far just such an amazing song. Not just in like, there are other songs that are good too, don't get me wrong, but like Control, for some reason it just has something over me. And the rest of their songs I enjoy. They did have a comeback or two that I wasn't fully into, that was more of the how do I say this, light-hearted, sort of happier sort of, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice, I don't care. But you know, we're gonna put them here. We're gonna put them there and just put a little, they're good. Yeah. Golden Child. I feel like they went through a phase in the early debut era where if they had stayed in that, I would easily say not always my style, or would probably skip. But it was sort of after Wannabe that I was just, again, it became more my style. If my style isn't obvious, I'm sorry. And even ones that I was surprised I enjoyed as much as I do, say like Rapapum, somehow that magically became my favorite Golden Child song without me even realizing it. I enjoy them, but I enjoy their newer stuff. And I've also noticed that their Japanese stuff isn't always my favorite and tends to sound very similar to, like, it was to the point where I forgot that two of their Japanese songs wasn't the same song and that they were two different songs. They sounded so anyway, so I'm just gonna go, see, their older stuff isn't my style, but their newer stuff is. So I'm gonna say I like some of it because that's more of what I'm talking about. Alright, Goss 7. You know, back in the day I would have said semi-alts. I'm gonna put them in sometimes semi-alts because I still care for the members, right? If that makes sense. Even though some of their music for me is a hit or a miss, it doesn't really seem to matter too much because I want them to succeed, you know. So I'm gonna put them in sometimes semi-alts, and we'll leave it at that. And I would move on to this one if I could read the writing. My eyes are falling out. What does that say? Does that say Great Guys? Hold on, I need to check if they're disbanded. I don't actually know. Okay, turns out they're not disbanded. Apparently they're still a thing. I think I can only think of one song from them, and I don't even remember the name. I feel like if they had a bigger budget, I could be into it from that one song. So I'm going to go with, I'll have to check them out more because I really don't know enough about them to have an opinion. Icon. Yeah, where do I go with this? Obviously Killing Me Over Love Scenario. I'm sorry, just putting that out there. But also, they don't have a lot of songs that I would be fully down to enjoying other than probably Killing Me. I'm not gonna lie. but I would never skip. I would never skip Killing Me, right? But everything else, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably skip. Even Love Scenario, not because it's bad, because I think I'm going crazy with the amount of times I've heard it. Do you know what I mean? You know? It's giving me that, yeah, if it came on right now, I would probably skip unless it was Killing Me. Yeah, which is kind of sad. But I think it's just easier to move on to Kingdom, who just had a comeback, and I did check on that. Kingdom, I want to enjoy Kingdom so much. I want to shout from the rooftops and support these guys because the concept is just so interesting, and you know, it's unique. It's yes, more things like this. But the music, it was cool the first couple of times, and now it's getting to a point where I'm over it. I want to see something. I want to see them do something different, and it's not happening, and I don't think it ever will, because it's not their concept, and I don't blame them for that, but I also am sad about it, right? So emotionally, I want to put them so high, but logically and honestly, I'm putting them in I would probably skip, which really sucks and kind of hurts my soul a little bit. Even though I'm a redhead who doesn't have a soul, it hurts, okay? But yeah, that hurts, but I'm gonna have to put them honestly and would probably skip. Okay, and Lucy. Oh, see, this is another Kingdom situation. I hate it here. I don't want to be here anymore. I love the sort of idea they have in their debut. I'm sorry. They peaked at their debut for me. Like, their debut, I enjoyed it. And since then, I got bored. So a whole nother Kingdom situation. I'm sadly gonna have to put them in would probably skip. Sadly, but yeah. MCND. Ooh, I actually haven't thought about this. Oh, hold on. Oh. Okay, thinking about it, with how much I adored We Are The One, it was literally, I don't get very emotionally attached to songs. You know how some people have, like, you know, it's very emotional to them. I don't get that. I really don't. I listen to music to mostly, if anything, make my brain shush. I think that's why I don't particularly like ballads. It gives my brain too much time to think. And there's only one song that actually makes me cry, and one song that I can honestly think of, which is MCND, We Are The One, that it's kind of like my go-to comfort song. It feels like a hug, you know? And then I wouldn't say all their other songs, I'm sorry, I didn't mind it, but I also wasn't the biggest fan of #mood, and me even saying that makes me inside cringe. But I'll admit, they do have some pretty good title tracks, and they are very enjoyable, and the fact that they made me emotionally attached to one of their songs, which is a rarity for me, I actually think I'm going to put them into sometimes semi-alts, because I also enjoy all the members as well. So I think that's where we're going with that, which is surprising because I never thought about that, but we're doing it. And moving on to Monster X. My first ever alts. They've never lost their spot. They've always been that, you know, I'm sorry. They were first. They deserve to be right in front. They were my first alts. And they just surpassed everyone. And they've stayed there. I feel like I know so much about them, their side content, their music. Just, I also miss all the members being together, and just when you think that it's gonna get better, it gets worse with more of them going to the military, and my soul hurts. It really does. But they're my alts. Again, they own my heart and soul, and it's aching right now. But they're there, okay? And I can't really say much more other than that. I'm assuming you pronounce it Mont, and the fact that I don't know, I know I have heard some of their music, and I know I don't remember it, but I do remember it because of the name, and me thinking, what does it mean? So I can't say more other than I'll have to check them out. I don't know. I mean, the logo's cool. It's like a... Anyway, we're gonna move on, I think. NCT. Now, okay. We're talking about NCT. For the record, I am including Wavy in this because in my mind, they're one entity. Fight me, okay? So yeah. And including all of the units, NCT 127, U, Dream, Wavy. It's easy, they're all semi-alts. There are no units that I like more or less. I enjoy them all. I will forever be traumatized by them. I will just say that, from having to distribute Resonance. And I will forever slightly hold a grudge against them for that. But also, they didn't make me distribute it. I chose to do that. So it's my own fault. But yeah, I'm a little worried as to what will happen to them in the future. But they're still up here. They're still semi-alts, you know. And we'll move on to M-Flying. And there's honestly not too much to say other than I need to check them out more. All I know is they're a band. And I think the only song I can think of is they did like Rooftop, I think. And I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Like I said, I have to check them out more. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh, this is sad. This is really sad. I don't want to put them in the disbanded part, even though they are disbanded, because I did care for them more than that. I would honestly be putting them, potentially in sometimes semi-alts, but they're disbanded now, so I think I can't be like, actually, can I just, no, they're disbanded. Behave. Yeah, I was slapping my hand. I was telling myself off. It's okay. Yeah, that just suck. They had such an interesting sound and just style and an incredible debut a decade ago. And Fight Me, again, they have one of my top 100 boy group songs with Help Me, Fight Me. It's better than all their other songs, and I don't know again why it's so underrated, but yeah. So I mean, if I wasn't putting them in disbanded, they would be up here. But anyway, We have to stick to Omega X. Okay. If you're completely new to my channel, I am so sorry, but this is easy with Alt Perfection. I can't explain. I know I've said that I want the best for some of these, like, honestly, I wish all of them the best, right? But of course there are some that I'm gonna emotionally care about more, and Omega X is that times a million, and I don't know why. I don't understand why. I've from the very beginning just had this weird sort of, I want them to succeed more than anything. They are the only group to make me cry, which, like, from just me caring about them, not because of a song or anything like that, just because it was in their variety show when they debuted. It was like One More Chance, their last episode, where they were getting messages from these fans that had followed them from their previous groups, and how emotional they were getting. I just out of nowhere just started bawling my eyes out. I'm like, this is not normal. I do not cry. I hate crying. Like, it's not because I was never told not to cry. It's just I hate the way it makes me feel. So I force myself. I've trained myself to not cry. So when I cry, it's very involuntary. And Omega X has now made me cry twice. With one, those messages, and two, their CEO. Music wise, okay, Play Dumb wasn't great, but everything apart from that is gold. The members are amazing. They've been through hell and they're still going. I've never been more proud of a group putting up with so much and still not giving up after multiple times. And they are absolute angels, and that's for many reasons why they're up in my alts. One S. Honestly, they have such good music. One S is so good with their music. I really don't know what their music's fully gonna be like. I mean, you can kind of get an idea what their music will be like now that Raven's gone, because they've had to perform without him and filling his role and stuff, but I don't know how much it will actually change to new music coming from them, which is a little weird if I try and think about it. And it does hurt because Raven was one of my biases. So I'm gonna ignore all of that sort of situation and just think about their music that they have as a whole, the members that are currently there. And I think I'm gonna have to put them, just because of how much I enjoy their music, I'm gonna have to put them with sometimes semi-alts, I think. Yeah. And One We. I'm sorry, they're semi-alts. Holy moly. Can you find a more talented K-band? Can you? Like, I'm sorry. The music is superior. They are superior. I'm sorry. My humble opinion. One We is gold. Even in, like, when they have the slower, calmer ballad songs that I'm not fully for, I still appreciate the hell out of it. And it's just like, and then they have the songs that are fully my style, like Aurora and Parting and all of that, and I'm Montage, and I'm over the moon with how much I adore them, and I listen to them too much. So they're easily up in my semi-alts. And we'll go on and off. I feel like the people that like on and off, I think I have different style of music, because my main song that I like from them is Goosebumps, which I feel like is probably the least favorite for a lot of the people that are into them. So, and they do have some songs that I don't mind, and then they have songs that I'm just like, I don't really enjoy that too much. But I really enjoy Goosebumps for what it's worth. So I think for that, I think they're gonna go in Not Always My Style, because yeah, like I remember when everyone was praising Beautiful Beautiful, and I'm just like, yeah, the music video is real cool, but again, not really my style. I can admit that it was a good song, it just wasn't my style, which I feel like is on and off in kind of a nutshell. I can acknowledge it's really well done and good music, it's just not fully for me. When you can see that my favorite is Goosebumps, it probably would make more sense when it's just like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Only one of. This is a weird one because I feel like they belong in multiple categories. For a long time, I've been saying I need to check them out, right? Because they keep bringing out song after song after song that I enjoy. Like, you got Skin's Libido and their new one, which was, oh my god, what was it? Soul Drift, right? That was their new song? Yeah. Anyway, they keep bringing out songs I enjoy, and yet I don't know anything about them at all. So like, I know I have to check them out more. Like, I know I do. But their music is really good. So I think for now, I'm gonna make, like, just acknowledge that, no, I need to learn the members. I need to know more about them, but I'm really enjoying their music. And I have been for a while. So I'm gonna put them there. And maybe one day someone will ask me to distribute them and give me an excuse to learn them or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, so I think we're going to stop at Pentagon, right? So we've got two more. Oh, P1 Harmony. Oh, I haven't thought about this one either. You know what? You would have asked me this a couple of weeks ago and I probably would have put them about here. But the weird thing about P1 Harmony is some of their songs are huge growers for me, right? Like, if I think about Do It Like This and Back Down, when they first came out, I wasn't incredibly into them. But now, I enjoy them so much more. I'm sorry, my favorite is still Siren. Not Siren, Scared. Siren's second. Scared, I know, is probably considered their worst title track. But I like the rusted metal fork sound and the garbage disposal. I like it. I like the obnoxious noise. It is my style. It's like it was made for me, right? So of course I instantly love that. Siren, the moment I watched Siren, it had been out for a very short time. I just dropped everything to learn the members, because I enjoyed it. And their B-sides are insane. I'm sorry. Their B-sides are so good. Their variety content is so good. Even though Soul is really starting to scare me. I mean, he's a strange child and he seems to want to blow up the world, but I still want to protect him, and that worries me.
If you could choose a superpower, what would it be?
What?
세상을 부수고 싶어?
야, 있잖아요. 나눠져 있잖아요. 그거 자체를 하는.
And just the members are hilarious and entertaining. And the fact that they're title tracks that I didn't fully enjoy or didn't enjoy too much when they first came out, I now am obsessed with. I think I have to put them in sometimes semi-alts. And Pentagon, which I haven't given too much thought about. So there are some of their songs that I'm not fully into, kind of like the older ones like Shine and all that. I understand why Shine blew up, I really do, but that doesn't mean I by default enjoy it. Like, but then they've got their other songs like That's a Baby. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name because I know I'm going to destroy it. I'm just going to write it on the screen somewhere or something, maybe, I don't know. And then even Feeling Like, which is weird because it's not initially something that I would think would be something I enjoy, but I did enjoy it. Yeah, I think I have to, for Pentagon, I have to be like, there are some songs that are from them that I absolutely love. And then the ones that I don't feel like I would enjoy, I kind of do. I think I have to go, yeah, they've got good music and I like some of it. Yeah. And I think that's where we'll stop for part 2. And it's just some left to go for part 3. So hopefully I'll get to see you then, and I'm sorry if I sound a bit crazy. I'm getting very, very tired, but thank you for joining me in this, and I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll get to see you next time. Okay, bye.